But here we are. Here the mother bleep we are. Talking yet again about the Huntington Beach City Council. Yet again. And trust me, it's not something I want to do, but I've got good reason to do so. Quick background. If you've been following this show, you know that a longtime caller on this show ran against MMA legend Tito Ortiz. Ran for one of the 3 open seats on HB's City Council last year. That's how we got dragged into paying attention to the happenings of Surf City, USA. And yes, I have mentioned in the past, and I'm not even sure why this is or how this is, but as an infant, I did reside in Huntington Beach. Why Jay and Jan, my parents, lived in Huntington Beach, I have no freaking idea. But we did. And as baby Van Smack, I spent a few months in HB. But that was decades and decades ago. Which brings us to right now. We're still talking about Surf City, USA. Now, the caller that I mentioned, of course, is Silk Bra. The bra got absolutely destroyed on Election Day. Absolutely destroyed. He finished with a lower percentage of votes than the ABV in Bud Light. Bad day for the bra. Tito Ortiz, meantime, won his spot, and he won it going away. He won it by a landslide. But ever since that big win, he has stepped in it time and time again. He has embarrassed himself time and time again. He has embarrassed Huntington Beach time and time again, starting with his oath of office, which he botched completely.
Do I solemnly swear?
Do I solemnly swear?
Do I solemnly swear?
All right, so it started with the oath of office and the way he destroyed that by solemnly swearing. Then he chased that by sitting in a self-inflicted timeout at the public library because he refused to wear a mask inside.
I go in for the meeting and Kim Carr says I can't come in without a mask. Now I got to do it from Zoom.
Wow, bro. Did you just take a run at the esteemed Kim Carr? The mayor.
I go in for the meeting and Kim Carr says I can't come in without a mask. Now I got to do it from Zoom.
You mean the thing that the mayor asked of everybody else on the council, which they all did? All right, 2 strikes. Then he chases that by dressing down a local burger joint on his Instagram account for just following the law.
So you know every Sunday I always come to TK Burger. So they won't let me order unless I have a mask to come in. First time all year that I've actually been forced to wear a mask. But I'm not wearing a mask. TK Burger, lose my business, you lose HB's business. Suck.
He ended that by saying, quote, "You suck."
Suck.
Attacking a local business during a pandemic as an elected official in the very town that you were elected to represent. Putting that on Instagram and tagging it with "you suck" is one of the worst ideas and worst looks ever. And I talked about that last week on the show. And the LA Times wrote about that, and local news channels covered that, and national sports blogs crushed him for that. The look was so bad and the heat from it so hot that Tito did something that nobody ever thought that he would. He apologized. Well, I got news, Tito. I've got bad news, in fact. In the famous words of Timbaland, it's too late. It's too late to apologize.
It's too late to apologize.
In an agenda item now circling. Thanks, Rit. I know that's your jam, Rit. Stop. In an agenda item, this is why I'm still talking about this. I'm not rehashing or regurgitating. There is an update. Breaking. In an agenda item which is now circulating the internet, the esteemed mayor of Huntington Beach, Kim Carr, and 2 city council members have proposed, wait for this now, to strip Tito Ortiz of his mayor pro tem status. Uh-oh. Holy hell. This dude was sworn in 52 days ago as a city council member and the next mayor of Huntington Beach. Should anything happen to the current mayor, And they're already trying to rip that from him. 52 days in, and this guy is already getting titles and responsibilities stripped. Or he's about to. It's not official yet, but it will be. The vote does not go down until Monday. However, when the mayor is proposing it, and she is, and a couple of other council members are putting their name to it, and they are, it's pretty much a lock to happen. Take Mark Bixby. He lives in Huntington Beach. He tweeted, and I quote, "As a Huntington Beach City Hall watcher since 2001, this would not have made it onto the agenda unless approval was near certain." End quote. The mayor herself continued, quote, "Mr. Ortiz has failed to perform at a level expected for this position and has demonstrated little commitment to serving in the role with honor and dignity. His unprofessional demeanor and poor judgment have raised concerns among residents, local business owners, and his fellow council members." End quote. Thank you, Rit. I was going to ask for it. That's straight fire from Kim Carr. I mean, Tito, let that sink in for a second. The town that you grew up in, that you were raised in, that you fought out of, that you repped on a national stage, that you repped when you went into the Hall of Fame, that overwhelmingly voted for you, that town has already had enough of your act. Less than 2 months into your act, the Huntington Beach bad boy is about to become the Huntington Beach sad boy. I mean, let us go back to that very gracious speech, that very gracious victory speech back on election night.
That's how Huntington Beach steps up! I expect no less. Wanna why? Because Huntington Beach loves me, baby. Because winning. Winning!
Quote, "Huntington Beach loves me." No, they don't. I mean, I don't know what's worse. Having your mayor pro tem status potentially ripped by a vote of your peers on Monday, only 52 days into the job, or the fact that it's all happening in your hometown. Like, you embarrass your city to the point where they're trying to figure out a way to take as much power as they possibly can from you, only 52 days into the gig. This is not easy to do, Tito. You wanted to discharge the Judys, and now they want to discharge the Titos.
Discharge the Judys.
I mean, I had my concerns, but I can't believe how badly this is going. Enjoy being a regular old council member for the remaining 1,400 days of your term, because that whole next in line to be mayor thing is likely to go up in smoke on Monday. And 1,400 days is a long time to sit in a room with a bunch of people who voted you into submission. And an even longer time to sit in a room knowing that your chances of moving up died in week 7 of your 2008 week term. Well played, my man. Well played. I'd say that it certainly cannot get any worse, but I know it can. And I expect that it will. The only question is how much worse.
Not good. Below not good.
Suck.
That sucks.
Suck.
I mean, didn't even make it to the 2-month number. Like, who had the over-under on that? Who had the over-under of that pro tem status getting ripped? Who had the under on 2 months? You win. That would have been a great prop bet. The over-under at 60 days, and he hit 52.